Well, hey, I'm going to give you a quote. Let me see if you can place it.
Okay.
Okay? And here's my sorry impression of the great Norm MacDonald. Hey, you know, a date rapist has to have a lot of more charm than a regular rapist.
I know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is, too.
Yeah, you know, because, that Artie Lang, he's no longer a baby gorilla. He's a big gorilla now.
Oh, we were talking about that.
All right,
That's
thanks,
what-
man. Thanks for
that's what
calling.
Sam said.
Jesus.
Oh, terrible.
Glad I took his call.
Norm's co-star, Artie Lang, in Dirty Work, one reviewer said that Artie had all the charm of a date rapist.
Right.
And so Norm cheered Artie up by saying...
Well, the date rapist has to have enormous charm.
As opposed to a regular rapist.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean, no, a date rape is he spends more time and money.
Yeah, well, you have to get a date. You have to charm them into your apartment.
He's in many ways smarter.
Yeah.
Well, he's more patient.
It's funny that you said that a real rapist.
Yeah, I mean, like a real. Well, date rape, I don't know.
A simple rapist.
I mean,
No, it is completely different.
Yeah, it really is different.
Less of a stigma with date rape than, back alley rapist?
No, it's a different motive, I think,
Yeah, well,
sometimes it's a misunderstanding or whatever it is, hormones.
Yeah, somebody
but,
gets too
that's
drunk
different than stalking a person and breaking in and raping a 75-year-old woman.
Yeah, like a 75-year-old woman rarely gets date raped.
She has to depend upon the regular traditional rape.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's going to happen.
I never have heard that before in my life.
She's not been taken to Nate and Al's and kind of charmed by some old dude.
Bingo and then wacko.
There's some really weird ideas bouncing around this room.
It's Friday, world's coming to an end. All right, it's Conway and Whitman, Sam
Nate
Simon
now.
and Norm MacDonald are with us.
She's
We're live on
75.
97.1 Free FM.
I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything. I'm scared of letting go.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny. And the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that how they always say like women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew that was coming. Who's SNL right away? Yes. It's me. I was fired from SNL. Actually, not for the reason you heard. It's because I'm terrible at improv, and this is gonna be bad. They didn't care.
This press release, you get your ass fired. Is that true? No, you didn't get fired.
Yeah, they fired
No,
me.
they didn't fire you.
No, I'm serious. I talked to a guy that said I'm fired. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, well, you'll see later. But okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows.
Hey, I don't have much because this is gay.
Do you like the new country or you like the old
No,
country?
the new is gay.
Down syndrome? All right. I'll do that. That was not my suggestion. But I will say this. I like it. I'm pro it. I have family members that have it. It's fun. That is weird because everybody's always like, oh, it's the best thing you could be. They're happy. They have the best life.
I love my best friend had Down syndrome, you know? I love people with Down syndrome. I wish I had Down syndrome. And I'll tell you why, because they're happy. You know what I mean? They're happy. What's wrong with that? Man, I wish I was happy, you know?
Dude, autistic kids, they're like cats. A little skittish. You're not sure if they like you at all. Down syndrome are dogs. They're the dogs, dude. You get home from somewhere, they're like, where the fuck have you been, dude? I got so much to show you. This is gonna be the best day. Ask a Down syndrome kid, do you want to go for a walk? Like, yeah. Like, throw a ball. Throw a ball.
Happiness, the thing we strive the most. People pity these people that have it, you know? Like they'll look over a group of people with Down syndrome and go, oh, man, look. Breaks my heart when I see them. You know the saddest part of all? There's no cure. They'll probably die happy.
Belly button rings. I feel like those go hand in hand.
Do girls still, yeah, they do. Do girls, are you guys still getting belly button rings? I don't know, I haven't fucked a whore lately. I'd like to thank Ari and his people for this beautiful weather. Thank you. Ari is edgy and shocking, which is a really cool thing for a 50-year-old guy to be. Isn't it cool? Ari's yoga videos suck and are gay. Kim hasn't made it yet, but she's knocking on the door. Yeah, she's knocking on the door and saying, housekeeping? Kim is getting fat. Natalie Cuomo is so unfunny, Lewis booked Kim. Tony looks like Matthew McConaughey's skeleton. I don't have a joke for this, but something about Tony being young Sheldon. You say bazinga every time he makes one of his gay jokes. Tony also, I believe, had a Corvette with a license plate that said, I roast. I can't believe people are calling this guy gay, dude. That's cool. That's so cool. I roast. Tony's father was a mafioso, and his mother was the horse head he woke up next to. Tony is clearly gay and malnourished. Jay. Hey, Jay, you dress like a metalhead. You look like a member of Van Halen. Yeah, the van. Joe List is here, AKA 20% of Tuesdays with Stories. What do Joe's wife's calendar and her vagina have in common? Both only have spots on them because of Joe. He has herpes. This isn't... All right, sorry, Joe. These aren't good. Bobby used to be a hot jock. Now he looks more like a fish that lives at the bottom of the sea. As Bobby gets fatter, he gets less successful. Take note, Kim. To catch a predator, I used to kind of cheer a little for the Predators. And I'll tell you why, I didn't want them to get laid.
I mean, if it's a football game, they are the away team.
They're going into hostile territory. But they also, like, That show, if you watch that show, it's not, look, I think pedophiles are bad. Let me lead with that.
He's running for office next year, by the way. Let me just say,
I'm gonna go ahead and say this, but if you watch that show again now, they're just trapping like very mentally handicapped guys and Indians. That's all they're getting. They're getting me and Akash. Every day, me and Akash show up, and that's all they got. They tricked them. And then the Indian, the best are like dudes directly from India, where they were just like, they're like, sit down, do you know this girl's 15? And they're like, yes. And they're like, you understand you're going to do it? It's like, why am I in trouble? This is going to be the best day. Because that's their culture, and I respect other cultures.
I envy you because you're a more enlightened person. See, I think of sex as a shameful, filthy act.
Catholic, are you?
No.
Oh, where have you picked this up?
I grew up that way, and
on the farm, watching animals doing it in rural Canada.
Sow.
A moose being ransacked against some timber.
Sow.
A sow.
Sow.
They listen.
We were pig farmers.
They're not gracious creatures when it comes to conjugal matters. I've recently had an interaction.
Worst oral sex you could imagine.
Horrible gums, sort of yellowing molars. I would never engage in sex with anything porcine. I see once. I went round a friend's house. They had a pig. They thought it was an angle.
Yeah.
I go. They goes, oh, the pig's coming out, and I could hear it. So this sort of desperate respiratory announcements preceded its arrival.
Yeah.
It come out blind. It was. Shuffled out at me, and they went, with a pig, and you'll know this being from the world of pig farming, they said never take a step back once that pig comes out, otherwise the pig owns the hierarchical status between the two of you.
Yeah.
In fact, take a step towards the pig. Never did I deny my nature more, I'm a vegetarian, than stepping towards this unholy looking creature.
It is.
I did it anyway.
It is an unholy creature, for God's sake. Jesus threw the demons in them and let them go over the cliff.
Jesus thought that they were simply a receptacle for demons. And then even then, get them over a cliff. It wasn't like let them live in the barnyard full of demons. Got rid of them, executed them. So for me, I got no... as a vegetarian, I love all of the animals, but pigs...
I will tell you my idea about vegetarian. First of all, let me say, I once saw a video, and I don't search out these videos, but you know when guys show them to you? They go, you'll want to see this, and you're like, Jesus. And then there's no one seeing it, you know. But it was a guy a pig having sex with a lady.
I've seen that.
And
they have prehensile penises, don't they?
They do.
Like corkscrews. Yeah. It's like their penis is its own independent entity trying to get away from the pig, which all of us can identify with. Ghastly little
But I felt sorry for the pig because here's the pig having sex with a beautiful woman, then they throw him back in the sty, you know. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a cruel thing to do. It's like the midpoint of trading places. It's a very unfair thing to do that. Yeah.
During the break, he's become even more funny and famous. Now, you recently gave a speech at the University of Iowa, and I'm told that 80% of the audience walked out. What could you possibly have said to them to make 80% of them walk out?
Well, it wasn't a speech. It was like some stand-up.
Yeah, well, what did you say to them?
I was just talking, like I don't have my stand-up act. I just talk about whatever I'm thinking about. Lately.
So
but
what'd you say
at the time, it was about having sex with an animal. But it wasn't like weird. It was like I'm not in favor. I'm not in favor of it. But I was just talking about it because I thought it was odd. Like they have a word for it, bestiality, and nobody I know has ever done it. Nobody I know, you know what I mean? I've never known anybody that's ever known anybody that's ever had sex with animals. But a lot of people are having sex with animals on account of they got that word, bestiality. It's in the dictionary. It ain't easy to get a word in the dictionary.
So somebody's doing it.
Somebody's got to be going, hey, man, even if some animals, hey, we got to come up with a word, whatever. So I can't remember what joke, but it was some joke about, like I said, I feel sorry for the animal because, you know, they get to have sex with a super hot lady, and then the next day they bring him back another pig. You know, because the pig initially, he was having sex with another pig. He didn't know. He was, hey, this is a nice looking, it's a nice looking thing. But then they go, you know, And then I also said I feel sorry for, imagine if you watch one of those video, of a guy, a pig having sex with a woman, and then you recognize that, hey, isn't that woman that wouldn't go out with me? And you feel good. Anyway, it was just harmless joke.
Yeah.
Ralph Bellamy would be.
Well, but I think that let's save our sympathy here for the female because, in a way, where do you go get yourself to look at that thing and think, oh, we'll put that into my mouth? I mean, I wouldn't eat it if it had been cooked. So live, writhing and about to dispense sperm.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
But a human being, I think anything that you do
But
sexually...
what do you think is wronger?
Wrong.
More wrong. What would you think is more wrong? Having sex with a child, human being, or an adult pig?
Like, you've got to do one. That's the
You got to
options.
do one, yeah. You're on a deserted island.
It's not me, it's some hypothetical
You're
person.
on a deserted
Russell
island
Brand
with a
am
single
elevated.
tree.
It's
You're
not
on a-
me, it's this person called Doug.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Doug
exactly.
is on this island.
Doug
Look,
is on a deserted
Doug
island.
probably went there because he likes both of these options.
Yeah.
He swam there. What? There's an island with a pig and a kid. How do I get there? Swam there with an erection. Uses his penis like a killer whale tail, lashing his way to the island.
How old are you?
Well, hold on a minute. That's non sequitur.
What kind of erection do you have?
Hold on a second. Mine's marvelous. But let's say
Because mine is bendy.
I do it with look. I won't have sex with a child because I think the pig may not be as bothered as a child. I think it could have huge psychological impact on the child. So out of compassion, I would advise Doug to do it with the pig and to leave the child alone because of the potential psychological impact. Even though the child's on a bloody island anyway, that's going to mess him up, all that Robinson Crusoe crap. But.
Yeah. Well, the Super Bowl is still a week away, but already the 49ers are leading 31-0. Well, the Super Bowl might be over, but the San Francisco 49ers just keep piling it on. They now lead the Chargers 83-40 to 27. So they've comfortably covered the spread. And in football news, man, this is getting ridiculous. The 49ers now beat the Chargers 1,000,655 something to 27. All right. Not good with those long numbers.
It's Super Bowl Sunday, and I've flown across the country to watch the game with Norm MacDonald.
I heard everyone hates that Ben Affleck is Batman.
Yeah, but they haven't seen the movie yet.
What's the movie?
Batman.
Come and sit. The football game is about to begin.
I show up during the pregame. Some celebrities crave attention or surround themselves with handlers. Not Norm. He's just a guy in an easy chair chomping down tomato sandwiches as fast as his mom can pump them out.
Do you want to sit down with us or no?
And of course, congratulations to the Denver Broncos for winning the Super Bowl. How about that? Denver did great, you know. There he is. I love the Denver fans, you know, because for one thing, they don't wear food on their heads. That's nice. And they had a wild celebration in Denver after that Super Bowl, man. And now city officials expect an even wilder celebration if the Nuggets win 10 games this year. They say they're going to... say the whole city's going to go nuts. Yeah, the Nuggets are having a bad year this year, man. Matter of fact, they're making a film about the team. They got a pretty catchy title. It's Black Men Can't Jump Either.
9 a.m., busy Friday morning for you, and we're all talking Super Bowl. Everybody's got an opinion on the game, including Charlie the Tortoise. Yeah, Brad from Petropolis joined us this morning, and we're going to see who he picks to win the Super Bowl. It could be the Saints, could be the Colts.
Yeah, hopefully he moves and goes to one.
All right.
He was picking them earlier.
Listen, man, have you guys seen any giant tortoises?
It's Norm MacDonald.
I actually found one.
Norm MacDonald. Yeah, we got one right here, as a matter of fact.
Oh, because I was in town.
Yeah, and you were looking
specifically to see it, and I went to the tortoise stores, but they were all regular-sized tortoises. I said, I don't want one of these, man. I didn't come here for that.
You wanted a big tortoise.
A giant tortoise.
Well, yeah, is this one big enough?
Where?
Right here, right on
What
the... Yeah, there it is. Is that one?
Good Lord.
Now, this is not just your normal giant tortoise. He's going to pick a winner for the Super Bowl.
Actually, most giant tortoises can do that. That's what they're known as.
Absolutely.
They're known for a couple of things. They're herbivores, and they're very good handicappers.
Well, let's see how this one does. This is Charlie from Petropolis.
Yes.
Brad, what's the procedure?
Okay, earlier this week I did it, and we put it on YouTube, and he just walked to one of them. I'm going to try to get him to move a little bit more, and I know Tim wants the Saints, but he picked the Colts earlier.
Apple, buddy, Apple. Go Apple.
Here's Charlie.
Now, is this cheating, you think, that I moved the Saints closer and put an apple on it? Is that cheating on
The
Norm?
food is all decoration.
Yeah, it's all...
This is a natural animal. This is its instinct. Its thought process right now is going, Freeney is hurt.
That's exactly right. Way to handicap the game there. There it is, Brad. I think he's going. I think he's chosen Saints.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
He's looking over. He's asking for the line. It's 5.
Quit looking over there. We're out of time. I'm taking your Saints pick.
Yeah,
With Norm MacDonald in a minute. He's in town. You're going to check him out. Norm, you feel free to come to the kitchen.
I don't believe he's going to the Colts.
I'm going to the kitchen right now.
All right, here we go.
Norm has developed a habit for tweeting throughout sports events. He's also a veteran handicapper.
The proper bet is Denver.
Denver, okay. You wrote Deaver.
So it's worth noting, Norm has had some problems with gambling in the past, but he knows how to pick a game. The problem comes when he starts picking every game.
Well, I remember when I was hosting Saturday Night Live, I had every hockey under. There's like 14 games. When they say, oh, just gamble what you can afford, well, then there's no gamble to it. You know what I mean? What's the gamble?
Yeah. We talk football. Then we move to Russian literature, a genuine passion of his.
But Gogol was an ultra-realist.
Fact is, Norm can have a conversation about almost anything.
Put a knife in and twist it around your brain. So were the Yoko songs those experimental weird things? Now we're at a point where there's 1,011,030 guys. God damn, there's the interception.
We talk about his career, but it's not to boast. Norm rarely boasts.
It was so hard because I had to act in it, you know what I mean? And I can't act, so that was...
Head over to his other condo to watch the game with his son.
Ah, what are you doing?
Just like before, Norm sits down, opens his laptop, and we watch football.
Oh, no, that's going to look bad for Cam. You got that hit out because it takes too long.
It's no longer like I'm with a comedic genius or even an interview subject. I'm just hanging with a guy named Norm.
By the ref.
I understand why David Letterman had him on as the last stand-up of his late-night show.
He's not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you. Oh, my God.
He's just a genuine guy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, and the Broncos won. They scored 24. Not bad, Norm.
That was very sweet, Norm. Good night, everybody.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind. Still in line.
What was the most you ever bet on an event?
$400,000.
Who was it on?
Atlanta Falcons against the Denver Broncos, 1990.
Who was favored?
The Broncos were favored by something like 12.5 points.
You took Atlanta.
I took the money line that paid 3 to 1 or something like that, and lost. And I will tell you this. You should never bet football because the ball ain't round. I keep telling people this. And so the ball hits and then it does all kinds of crazy things and you don't know. You want to bet on a game with a round ball. But anyways, I quit. I don't know why I'm even saying that.
I actually, this guy sent me, this is stupid, but on my phone, this guy, you'll laugh at this maybe. A lot of people get these pictures or tattoos, like of me as Joe Dirt. They send you, a lot of people get a lot of tattoos of stuff, like things you say or photos or whatever. Or they send me ones of Farley or whatever. So this guy sends me he's got Norm of all morons on his hand, Norm MacDonald. So I text Norm. I just send it to him. I go, hey, you have fans. And then I put in parentheses, fan. All we know is for sure this one guy. And then of course, like days later, David, hello, it's me, Norm. How are you? Have you ever texted with Norm?
No, I haven't. No.
Times 1,000. He just goes, he waits days, and then at 3 a.m, hello? I go, Norm, what are you doing? Are you answering me from 4 days ago? Is that what you're doing? Dave, it's Norm. Do you like money? Yes, Norm, I like money. Why? Would you like to have more money than all your wildest dreams? Yes, I would. And then an hour later, would you like to walk into a dealership and point to a car and then just buy it? I go, of course. How? And then 3 hours later, bet the over in the Blackhawks game in the first quarter. First period or something. I go, oh, okay. Too bad that game was 6 days ago, you fucking idiot.
You know what's funny is that reminds me, I was just thinking about this the other day. Norm was on my late night show and always an amazing guest and some of my favorite moments. And I know that Norm is in the makeup room getting made up, and the band's playing. I'm about to go out and start the show, but I go in just to say hey to Norm, and what I want to do is make sure I like to get in sync with people a little beforehand, just make sure that we're both on the same page, get a good groove going. So I go in, the band's playing, and Norm's always great. I'm like, hey Norm, good to see you. And he's like, hey, can you back out of the way? I'm trying to see the television set. Can you back up there, Conan? And the TV's on. And so I sort of back out of the way, and I realize he's watching some college basketball game, and he's watching, and it's towards the end of the game, and all this. And I go like, okay, well anyway, good. And he goes, can you be quiet? Quiet. Hold on a sec. And then someone scores a basket, and he goes, and the game's over, and he goes like, fuck. And I'm like, what? And he went, I just lost a lot of money.
My whole dirty work.
Yeah. Everything I made on dirty work is gone. And I went, oh, and he went, oh, I'm in a terrible mood. And I went, okay. And then someone with a headset said, Conan, it's time to go on. And I went, I'll see you out there. And he's like,
30 seconds. Fuck you. You came in and jinxed me.
You jinxed me. I'm going to fuck up your show.
I'm doing a show with the jinx. You going to jinx my set? I know. He's so funny. I did his show on Netflix, and it was so funny. And it was an hour or something of just random. We both didn't know what was going on. And it was actually hilarious. A forklift or something drove through the set. I'm like, Norm. I did like it because it was so thrown together. It was just. And then he told me we were at a commercial, and I thought we were, and we weren't.
That's actually a good trick. That's a great trick.
It was a great trick because then he goes, yeah. And then he goes, so anyway, what's really going on? And then we start bullshitting about stuff I would never say. And then he goes, and we're back out of the blue.
The biggest star. It's amazing how, like, some of your friends, like, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Yeah, Norm got his own TV.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny. I love him, too. And he has a gambling problem,
Yeah.
He was telling us
That's no
how
secret.
he was all excited that he had $80,000. He won $80,000 in Vegas, but he had lost like $100,000 on basketball.
And that's on nickel slots. That's how serious he is.
Did you always know he had a gambling problem?
Mm-hmm.
You did. When did you know that? At Saturday Night Live?
I first knew he had a pee in a bottle problem.
Right.
Remember that? You always talk about
Yeah, it's
that.
great.
And then I knew...
Does he still save his urine? Do you know?
I don't know. He used to put it in Ziploc baggies, sign it, and send it to fans.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But he did. He would take... After Saturday Night Live, they give you a car, a limousine, if you want to go to the party, and he would take it to Atlantic City.
Really?
He's a hard ass. He's hardcore, dude.
I know he'll even get into fist fights.
And then he'll stay at a table for hours and hours.
What do you think of that?
I feel lucky.
And then you don't even know if he's married or single. It's never really clear.
I don't know, but I know girls like him. He's when you're something's that wrong, they pick up on it and like it.
They like the tragedy of that.
Fixer-upper, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna make him a regular guy.
Right, but it never worked.
So we get to...
I call up Norm. I said, Norm, you want to go to Palm Springs with me? It's a 3-day Jim McClain course. Yeah. So I pick him up. He rides out there with his feet out the window all the way, listening to Johnny Cash. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we get out there, and the next morning I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like being a little kid.
Sounds like
And
every
then-
day getting into this podcast.
Norm is perfectly capable of like shaving and putting on a little Grecian formula and
Putting on clothes.
putting a tie and a suit on and going to New York and doing a really funny, kick-ass 5-minute stand-up comedy set. But then you talk to him about doing podcasts or projects or teaming up or whatever. It's like, Norm can't leave his apartment because if he gets up, he'll kick over a jug of urine and he'll lose his cleaning deposit. And he does not drive. He does not drive himself. Oh, no, he does not. By the way, move to L.A. and then make the proclamation, I don't drive. And it's like saying I can't be employed. Like... He should just fucking take ropes and put himself onto the bed like James Caan in Misery. Like
He doesn't drive?
No, he does not drive.
Why?
He has a helper person, female, whatever. So it's so insane. And then, people tweet me all the time like, hey, get Norm on, man. You guys are dynamite together. Everyone loves you and Norm together. And I'm like, it would be awesome if he was capable of getting inside of a Volvo and propelling himself in my direction.
Where does he live?
He lives somewhere on the west side, sort of beach city.
Oh, he's in L.A.?
Yeah, he's in L.A.
Okay. All right.
He does not drive.
Well, that can be fixed.
I agree.
Are you taking his beautiful Dave Letterman moment and making it about the fact that you can't get him to do anything with
That's
you?
exactly what's happening. Yeah.
I just see the guy. I'm seeing it because he is so good when he
He's
wants to be
amazing.
good, and he puts himself together, and it's perfect. And then you see him, and he's got like a gray beard, and he's walking around with Kleenex boxes on for slippers, and it's like, look, just fucking learn, get your driver's license, and come on out.
Yeah, join the rest of us.
It's in
society.
Well, no, I feel like Norm's talent is being wasted in Norm's apartment instead of out with us.
Which I believe now. See, I don't know anything about what Norm's doing. You catch him every now and then on a clip. You catch him. Maybe he calls in somewhere, and I've seen him there. He seems to tweet a lot now, though.
Yes.
He'll tweet.
Guess what you can do from your living room.
He'll watch an entire round of golf, the Masters. He'll tweet every shot. He'll go on long rants. Well, he showed up at the SNL thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the whole thing.
He's capable.
He cleans himself up, he shaves, he puts on a suit, and he goes out and does a really funny stand-up set.
And you wouldn't even need him to clean himself up or a suit. I'm wearing pajamas right now with slippers.
I'm wearing fucking practically pajamas myself. I know. I just all I'm saying is
he is one of the funniest guys on the planet.
Oh,
it would
so
be
funny.
nice if he could, somebody just backhand him and yell, "Get hold of yourself," and then give him a shot of vermouth or something and go, "Let's go. We're going down to fucking DMV.
Maybe
We're
that's
getting
you.
a license." I think I told him.
That guy sounds hot.
It's either that or Gilbert Godfrey. I can't remember. But I told one of them, "I will teach you how to drive."
But you don't need to. If in his position, he can get someone to drive him places. Oh, there's Uber. I love Uber. Oh, you hate Uber?
No, I love it. I just can't. It's impossible.
The answer, yes, is you could get someone to do it.
Has he never
Maybe
driven?
he just has a social phobia that only goes away when he goes to New York for major television farewells and finales.
Was there a driving-related trauma? I don't want to belabor this, but I'm fascinated.
No, there are many people that they're allowed to just announce to the world that they're nuts, essentially. And then they can do whatever idiosyncratic behavior they like, and then everyone just sort of covers for them. They go, Gilbert Godfrey or Norm or whoever, everyone goes, "Oh, well, they don't drive."
Well,
but
yeah.
no one ever goes, "Why the fuck not? I've been driving since I was 15 and a half. It's
That's
no
like
big deal."
Bill Cosby doesn't have sex with women who are awake. That was his thing.
That's his thing.
He
Well, you know
announced
how
it.
it is.
That's
Maybe
the
he
thing.
should have announced it.
He should have.
Yeah, we've been forgiving.
By the way, you know that guy, who's that guy with the cowboy hat that defends everybody? Jerry Spence?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy, Jerry Spence, apparently is this big defense attorney who wears a buckskin coat and an old cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And that goes well. The jury's like that.
Yeah. That guy just stand out.
Yeah, so you want to get that guy. So anyways, apparently at the end of every trial, his client's always clearly guilty.
Yeah.
And then this guy, this is his final statement. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen," he goes, "I'd like to tell you a story about a young, foolish boy who had a bird. And he came up to a wise old man. He said, in my hand, I may or may not have a bird. No, and in my hand, I have a bird. If you say A, I will crush the bird, or perhaps I'll set him free. If you say B, I will crush the bird, or else I will set him free. It is up to you, old man, wise old man. You just say A or B, and we'll see what happens with the bird." The wise old man said, "Son, the bird is in your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the bird is in your hand. Thank you." 2 minutes later, "Not guilty." Every time. That's all they remember. They don't remember any of the evidence. They're like, "That bird story makes a good point there, We can't risk killing a bird." So anyways.
I sometimes tell a story in very special cases about an old man and a smart-aleck boy and a bird. And this is a very special case. And I want to leave you with this story because it's an important story. It's a story about a smart-aleck boy who wanted to show off an old man and to make a fool out of an old man. And the smart-aleck boy had a plan as to how he was going to make a fool out of the old man. He'd found a bird out in the wilderness, a little bird that he brought to he had in his hand. And his plan was to go up to the old man and say to the old man, "Old man, what do I have in my hand?" And the wise old man would say, "You have a bird, my son." And then the smart-aleck boy's plan was to say, "But wise old man, is the bird alive or is it dead?" And if the old man said the bird is dead, then the smart-aleck boy would open his hands and the bird would fly off free into the forest and into the woods. But if the old man said the bird is alive, then the smart-aleck boy figured that he would crush it until all of the life was out of the bird and it was dead. He would open his hands and say, "See, wise old man, the bird is dead. And so, the smart aleck boy went to the old man and he said, "Old man, what do I have in my hands?" And the old man said, "You have a bird, my son." He said, "Old man, is the bird alive or is it dead?" And the old man said, "The bird is in your hands, my son." And so, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I give you and place into your hands the history of this country and the case of Lee Harvey Oswald. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spence. Mr. Buglios.
So, let me think if I can think of a joke. It only seems fair. Jeez, I don't know a lot of jokes. Oh, I know a joke. There was a guy who had a great pig, man. This guy had the greatest pig in the world. And so a guy come to his house and said, "Man, I hear you got the greatest pig in the world." So the farmer goes, "Are you kidding? You talking about Bill?" The guy goes, "I don't know, man. I just heard it was a pig. I didn't know it was a name." He goes, "Yeah, his name's Bill. Bill the pig. And this pig, man, he's the best." He goes, "Why do you say that? How come you say that? You got any examples?" He goes, "I got examples." He goes, "Last summer, man," he goes, our child fell into the well, and was in the well. We didn't even know, and the pig came running. I was at the back 40 hoeing, and the pig grunted and snorted, and I came, just got my son out just in time. God bless that pig, The pig had a wooden leg, by the way. I forgot to tell you that part. And so then he goes, "Yeah, that's interesting, but he's got a wooden leg." He goes, "Let me tell you more about the pig." He goes, then another time, he goes, "That pig saved my life, man. I was under the tractor, and a pig, with his own weight, pushed up the tractor and hurt his spine. He had disc issues later, but he did it for me on account he loves me." And he goes, "Well, but still, you only got the wooden leg." "Never mind that," the guy says. He says, "Listen to my stories about the pig." He goes, "This pig, well, last summer, the big fire, you heard about the big fire? You never heard about it? It was a big fire. It was a big fire all down the rural Route 20 here, and it hit our house the worst. Anyways, the wife and I are very sound sleepers, and we didn't hear anything. And if it weren't for the pig who hit his snout on the window outside of our bedroom, hit it with such ferocity that it smashed the window open, and we escaped, the black smoke, then we would not be alive today. Why we belong to this pig. This pig, we would not exist without it. It's our most prized possession, if you could even call it that. We love that pig more than anything. And so then the guy said, "But I still don't understand. How come it's got a wooden leg?" And then the guy says, "Are you kidding me, man? Have you even been listening to me? You can't eat a great pig like that all at once. You haven't heard a word I've said? What is wrong with you?"
And you often speak of your native Canada.
Yeah, I love Canada.
You mention it a lot.
Yeah, a couple of people.
3 to be exact.
Yeah, they like it.
That's important. Where are you from? Are you from a big city? Where are you from?
I'm from a little town. It's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108? That's small.
It's country, It's really rural. Mm-hmm. And But man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
Well, I'm sorry we don't have time. Thank you very much for coming, Norm. It was good having you here. It was Norm MacDonald. Good night, everybody.
It's farm
Really?
people, you
There
know.
are funny stories from this town.
Yeah, it's farm people. They all seem to be, you know, there all seem to be a funny story. I remember one time.
There better be, Norm.
There was a guy, man. He lived down the road. His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I've been away for a couple of years, you know. I moved to the city, you know, and I came back. And I said, John Neil, how you doing? You know, I went to his what do you got, farm? And
yeah, that thing, yeah.
So he showed me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there, you know. He had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them, and one of the pigs had a wooden leg, you know.
What?
Oh yeah, a wooden leg. So I thought that was odd, you know. So I says to him, I says, John Neil, that's odd. There, what's that pig? What's the story with that pig? So John Neil, he goes, oh man, Norm, he says, that's a special pig. He goes, you wouldn't believe that pig. I go, yeah, well, tell me about it. He goes, that pig, you wouldn't believe it. He says, last winter, you know, he goes, the house burned down. You know, you probably heard, the house burned down. And he says, me and the wife, we were sleeping on our bed, and he says, we never would have heard. We never would have heard. We never would have woken up. But he goes, that pig, he broke out of his pen, he ran all the way to the house, and he went up to the bedroom window, you know, and he says he starts hitting his little snout on a window, you know, and he says, me and the wife, we woke up. And we got out, man, just in time. We escaped that inferno. He didn't use the word inferno. He's just a farmer.
But you threw that in there.
Yeah, he said, we escaped that conflagration, you know. So I go, man, that's quite a story about the pig. He goes, oh, man, it doesn't stop there. I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, just later after that, like the following summer, me and the wife were plowing in North 40, and our little boy, only 2 years old, man, fell into the well, and all alone, you know, and we no way we could do anything. We were plowing, and he says we didn't hear, you know, and he says, man, you know, we're getting older. We're probably not going to have another kid. You know, that kid means everything to us. I go, I know, John Neil, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. So he said, I said, what happens? He goes, that's the very same pig. He says, he heard the child's wailing plaintive cry. He didn't say plaintiff, you know, he's a farmer. But he says he heard the child. He broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the well. He looked down. There was the poor son of ours there, Billy, you know, down at the bottom of the well. He says the pig, he took his snout there. He started pulling up on a rope. And the kid got right out, you know, and man, that's great, isn't it? And I go, man, that's the greatest story I ever heard. Man, oh, what a pig. I said, what a pig that is. I said, one question though, John Neil. I said, he got a wooden leg. I don't understand that part. Pig got a wooden leg over there. John Neil goes, man, he goes, what are you crazy? He says, a great pig like that, you can't eat them all at once. You know, he says,
Mr. Abraham Lincoln, everybody.
Yeah,
all right. I can never forgive you.
Hey, probably my favorite thing about you, and I told you I saw your show in Vancouver. I pretty much paid the ticket, however much it was, to hear you say the phrase "on account of." That is, like, to me, the funniest thing.
On account of?
On account of.
Well, it's a kind of Canadian phrase, I think.
Did that just strike you as funny, or did you ever analyze that? There's something about that that's just hilarious. I paid $50 to hear you say that live.
On account of?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up, Shad, my father was old when he had me.
Yeah.
And he was 50, a little older than 50. And then I grew up in rural Canada, very barren soil, and everybody was old except me and my brothers. So everybody was like 50. All my dad's friends were 50. So I grew up with all the old guys, and so I took on a lot of their phrases and stuff like that. So sometimes, like my dad, I remember my dad would say, "She's no hell," and it was such a weird phrase to me, but that meant she's nothing special. You know, she's not that pretty.
Okay.
She's no hell. But you'd think it would be she's no heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So I'd learn phrases like that.
And fans also love your fearlessness on stage.
On account of what?
On account of you going on, talk shows. Even Conan O'Brien has talked about how you're unpredictable. He never knows what you're gonna do.
I got a lot in my neighborhood. I go to this diner. I eat at the same diner all the time. Right. So I went there, and there was a homeless bum outside there. So the guy says to me, he says, can I have some money? They're always looking for money.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I don't like to give them money on account of, then I don't have the money.
Yeah.
And
you'd like to have some money.
Sure.
Why not?
I think that Bob should join the Ku Klux Klan. And that's not because he's racist. He's not racist. It's just that he'd look a lot better with a hood over his head on account of his face.
so then you're watching, you go, well, I don't give a fuck on account I never knew Janice in the first place. Matter of fact, I'm kind of happy it's Janice and not somebody I know. As a police chief, I go, listen, I want every shallow grave in the vicinity checked out. I want to clear up this case by Tuesday on account of I'm running for DA or whatever the fuck. And my friend was like, oh, there's nothing shameful about sex. But I was like, of course there is, on account of, like, think about what you do before sex, you know what I mean? Like, you put the phone off the hook and everything like that. You make sure the kids aren't around, whatever, You pull the blinds down, right? What's that? That's shame?
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I still try.
You got to be careful with that LSD on account of you can get a flashback. 10 years can go by, 20 years, 30 years, and a flashback will happen. So I thought, hey, that seems like a good deal. Listen, Germany, here's the deal. You don't get to be a country no more on account of you keep attacking the world.
Some women who are tall get a little self-conscious around guys they feel like who are smaller. They have to crouch and slouch to make them feel more comfortable. Is that?
I think that my natural posture is something closer to a Mr. Burns, and that I have to fight.
You're like Mr. on The Simpsons. You're like
one of these.
Yes,
I've seen candid photos of me, but just the beautiful line of his back. So I have to really.
This fella wrote many of them Simpsons.
I know. I'm.
Yeah.
Sort of in love.
Oh.
What? What's that?
Well, no, I just, my prerequisite for any relationship is that the person that I date has to love The Simpsons as much as I do. I just don't think I could ever really love someone if they didn't truly love The Simpsons.
Yes. You guys should get married and go on a honeymoon too.
I don't even know anymore. That's a hologram of Norm MacDonald.
I'm just saying, get the tin cans in the back of that Buick and off you go.
Are you an old gold prospector now? We're gonna make this happen. So, I told that you like to make unusual craft projects, and I heard about this, and I thought I've got to ask you about it because and you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but it seems so unusual. I see you; you're such a beautiful woman, and then I heard about this craft project that seeed a little unusual.
I was living in Texas for a little while, and I started collecting owl pellets. And for anyone who doesn't know, when an owl eats a field mouse or a rodent, it eats it, digests all of the edible parts, and then regurgitates a pellet, which is all the bones, all the undigestible matter. And I collect those and harvest the bones, and then make magical creatures out of them.
Well, that's fine with me about that owl. I don't give a hoot.
I don't think you should.
I think
be
you should
on a
host
talk show.
Yeah.
You should be writing liquor store greeting cards.
Found some roadkill on the side of the road one day and was looking up how to dissolve the meat in the way that would be least odious to my landlord and neighbors. And I discovered that was also one of the early indicators of Jeffrey Dahmer's psychopathy. So it is a serial killer.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I love that she rents.
I know.
You're doing this in a rental.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did you ever toss a prostitute off a bridge?
What's the punchline?
I was just saying I heard that was a sign of being a serial killer.
Okay. You're the worst guy I've ever met. And I mean that in a nice way.
One minute
What about, do you believe that Jeffrey Dahmer should have been broomstick raped to death?
Oh my God, Norm. Well, he was killed.
Well, that's how he died.
That's how he died?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that way.
No. I mean, the
in prison.
The country didn't do it.
No.
No, I didn't know he died like that. I thought
I have no problem with that.
cut his head off or something.
Oh, yeah. Why not? You had no problem with that?
No.
No, he's trying to be a tough guy, Mr. Tough Guy.
You wouldn't want to get like a guy like Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. I mean, you wouldn't want anybody who might eat you at lunchtime, but that was his name, right? Jeffrey Dahmer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, got killed by a broomstick raped to death.
Really? That's
They say
smart.
it's one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. On the list of the 1,000 ways. Yeah,
they say drowning is very peaceful. Broomstick rape.
Not good.
I think you started out as a writer for Roseanne, which many people consider probably the best sitcom pre-Seinfeld or of the 90s, the best like traditional sitcom of the 90s. And you were a writer on that show for a bunch of years, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I started with stand-up, and then Roseanne signed me to stand-up and hired me. That was my first job in actual show business.
And what was it? What was that like? I mean, again, every stand-up comic hopes to get discovered or like hopes to get his first job or whatever. I mean, were you like literally? You had no other experience before writing for Roseanne other than stand-up on like one of the hugest shows of the 90s?
No, I had none, and really, it was only because Roseanne liked stand-up that I got the job. Like, I don't think I ever would have got it traditionally. And then, when I was on the show, it was cool, because it was just me and one other stand-up, and Roseanne only liked us. Because she hated, like, Harvard writers, and she hated, like, that snobby kind of, what she perceived as snobby.
Right.
And she really loved stand-up, so she was very hard on the writers, except for me and this other guy.
And she was notorious for, like, basically saying, "This is my show, ABC. Do not come down here and, you higher-ups and try to tell me how it's going to be. It's my show." And she did control everything, and to her credit, she did, because, I mean, the whole first...
Yeah, it was
great.
Fascinating, because the writers every week would complain, because Roseanne would want everything changed, and then the show would be great, and then they'd complain again. Like, they never understood that she actually realized more what the show was than they did.
Right.
And her big thing was there's too many jokes. That was always her thing. Like, what's with all these jokes? Like, and so she like kill all the pad or all the one-liners, and the writers didn't like that, because it's sort of an easy way to write. You just pepper a bunch of little jokes in there.
Right, like Night Court.
She was more into character, and she called it like an anti-sitcom.
Yeah, and relationships, and that's why that show was so brilliant, because of the relationships between her and her kids, and the relationship between her and Dan. I mean, are there any particular episodes that you can remember writing that stand out that said, "Oh, that's Norm Macdonald's"? Like Conan O'Brien always says about The Simpsons. Oh, the monorail episode is the one I wrote. Was there a Roseanne one that stood out to you?
Yeah, there was one that kind of broke my heart, because a girl won an Emmy for writing it, even though I wrote it.
No.
And the way it works in show business and TV writing is it's just one person can write the episode. So even though I was my complete notion, this other girl wrote it, but it was based on my mother talking to my grandmother, and the episode was Roseanne's mother dies, and she has to explain it, or her father dies rather, and she has to explain it to her mother, and her mother can't hear her on the phone, because she's got bad hearing.
Right.
So it actually happened with my mother. So she's trying to tell. She starts off sad, but she ends up like screaming into the phone, so that her mother can hear it.
Oh no! And that actually happened to you.
That actually happened to me, and then I had to watch this girl win an Emmy for writing.
Oh man! Go up there and accept it. Did she even thank you, or did she mention you in the acceptance speech?
No, that would be giving it up.
Oh no! Well, that sucks.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
I have some bad news. Dad is not with us anymore. I said Dad has passed away. He's passed away. Dad is gone. Dad's dead. He's dead. No, dead. Dad. He's fine. He sends his love. Bye.
Norm by far. Norm will cut your legs right off.
We had to bring in an extra medic just for, you know, the damage that Norm could possibly do.
He's made people cry.
Yeah.
He did Last Comic Standing. He was the only honest judge. He would tell comics they were hacks. It was awesome. The comics hated him. Joe List did it, and he goes, "Joe, you're a very good writer." And Anthony Jeselnik goes, "Hey, Joe, that Norm just called you ugly," which is such a great line.
Damn.
But, oh, my God.
My story with Norm is not, it doesn't start out great, because I did Last Comic Standing in 2000 and whatever. It never aired. And I did my joke, and I did well, and it was him, it was Damon Wayans and Roseanne.
Yeah.
And Roseanne liked me. Damon Wayans, like, he was like, not, he was just like, yeah. He just like smiled and laughed. I think he said right on. I don't know what he was just like barely there. Like he wasn't, I don't remember anything either way. And then Norm was like, how many years have you been doing comedy? I'm like, 4. He's like, what? It takes 10 years to be a comedian. What are you doing here? I was like, ah. And I remember that was the biggest gut punch I got in stand-up. And I remember being at the Hilton by where they shoot all those shows. By where is that? Universal City?
Yeah.
That area?
Yeah.
I was in the Hilton and I was just like I couldn't even eat. I was like, this is horrible. And I spoke to one of the comics I was staying with at that point. And he was like, Last Comic Standing. He's like, you go in there and they pay legends to tell you not to do what you love, which is kind of what. But I got over it. I kept doing it. And then he became a fan of us later on and a lot of shit we were doing. And he was right. You know, I was a 4-year, 5-year comic then. It's like, you do need more time to mature.
The other time I met him was on Last Comic Standing when he was a judge, and I got eliminated in the first round. I had a pretty good set. Better than a lot of people who moved on, but it's NBC. Let's face it.
That's how it goes.
But I remember I had one joke that Norm singled out and goes, "That joke is gold," and that to me was Was like it was to me. I didn't even feel that bad. I got locked off because I was like, Norm MacDonald, who was the judge that I connected to his work the most. It was Roseanne and Keenan. I connect to Roseanne's politics, of course, but no. But it was Roseanne and Keenan Ivory Wayans, and like obviously I love In Living Color, but Norm, I'm a comic. Norm was the guy I connected with, and the joke he loved was I said, you know, my last girlfriend was a hoarder, and she broke up with me, which stings extra hard. I'm like the one thing she can get rid of, and he said he loved that joke, and then I got Keenan kind of digged me in the last comic thing. He said, I like some of your jokes, but not all of them. And I said, well, I loved all your scary movie films. And it got a huge laugh. And he's I only did the first 2. And I was like, all right. I remember I saw Norm in like the food. Yeah. He couldn't let it pass. He couldn't take the L. And that one, I knew I was out after that.
Right.
And then I'm walking through the thing. It was like a break. I guess they were taking a break, the paid audience. And I see Norm and he goes, I really like that you dug it.
Oh!
So that was a special moment.
He's the real deal. He really is.
Yeah, I think he could tell. And I said, I met you once at Caroline's, and I told him I really like it.
Yeah.
We're all going to be following Anthony Jeselnik on Twitter as he live tweets Last Comic Standing. And then, of course, Norm being at the end chair. That's just manna from heaven. Like, thank you, God.
Sure, but
to watch Norm MacDonald.
that was like why I took the gig was to work with Norm. I was like, oh, that's amazing. When am I going to chance like this again? Let me do this. And the way he was in the taping is so much better than the way they edit that it kills me. Like,
Why?
it
Because I
kills
think
me.
he's really good on the show.
He's
really
good on the show.
Constructive advice.
He's good, but it was fascinating to see him like unfiltered, especially when they took out all the bad comics. Some of the funniest stuff on that show is when a bad comic comes up and the judges trash them, I'm trashing them. Like, that was really fun, and that's all gone. They didn't want to embarrass anyone. So it's like the one reality show where they don't want the drama. And Norm was like borderline a monster to people. Like, he would say things that would kill me, that I would be like on the floor dying laughing. Like, I would have to take time. One of my favorites was he told this one girl, he said, he just like, and she did fine. Like, the other two judges really liked her. And this is what would happen, was like the other two judges would like the person, the crowd liked the person, and then Norm would just be like, I think you suck. And it would be like, everyone's like, I can't believe you're saying this, and I can't believe you're so against the other two judges. But so this girl, he says, she's done fine, the other judges like her. Norm says, I thought that was horrible. I think you're one of the worst people I've seen in this whole competition. And I'm like dying laughing. And then he goes, I think that you are incapable of writing a joke. And she goes, oh, well, I'll work on that. She's trying to be nice. She's like, okay, thank you. I'll work on that. And he goes, no, don't work on it. I said you are incapable. And that was the most like crushing thing he could have said to someone.
I actually got into an argument on the subway, and the guy quoted the Bible at me. That is not fair. Like, if you get to quote from your favorite book, I should be able to quote from my favorite book, right? He was like, men do not live on bread alone, Matthew 4:4. And it's like, everybody's a little bit magic, Harry Potter, chapter 7. It's not a fair fight, right?
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
I disagree. I don't think the Bible joke is brave at all. I think if you're going to take on an entire religion, you should maybe know what you're talking about. J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh? Okay.
I don't like it.
You just reminded me, and of course everyone's been thinking about him a lot lately, Norm MacDonald. But one of the reason I bring up Norm is Norm, you were describing everybody was following the same rules as a talk show host, which is, okay, you've got to come on, you've got to come up with 3 or 4 stories, they've got to have a beginning, middle, and then payoff. It's got to be something that really happened to you. Norm was this Picasso who decided the eyes don't have to be where the eyes really are, the nose doesn't have to be. He blew it all up, and he would tell stories that were completely fake. I know. They were 100 years old, they were corny jokes, and he would just tell them like they happened to him.
I'm from a little town, it's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108? That's
Yeah,
small.
it's country, you know, it's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
And I remember the first time he did that, me talking to him and thinking, okay, well, he's got these different, I don't know what we're going to talk about here. And he'd come out and he'd go like, hey, no, how's it going? And I'd be like, oh, Norm, what's going on with you? I bought a farm. I'm like, what, you bought a farm? He's like, yeah, I bought a farm. I got 3 daughters, each prettier than the next.
There was a guy, man, he lived down the road. His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I've been away for a couple of years, I moved to the city, and I came back, and I said, John Neil, how you doing? I went to his what do you got, farm? And
yeah, that thing, yeah.
So he's showing me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there, He had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them, and one of the pigs had a wooden leg, And
Andy would be sitting there, and Andy's from the Midwest. He'd be like, wait a minute, I know this joke. This is a joke my grandfather told me. And he'd be like, my grandfather told me.
He says he's mature, and I think it's because he's telling my grandfather's joke.
Stop it, both of you.
One has a peg leg, the other has an eye patch, and the third one, she had a wheelbarrow. And it's just a joke. And he would do it. Dresses it up as a story. Dress it all up, and I would think, you asshole. That's the most genius thing in the world, because who really wants to hear what a celebrity... we're all like, well, there is that funny time that I overtipped a little bit, I'll tell that story.
Yeah.
And he was like, no one wants to hear that.
No.
They want to hear a joke from 1911.
He was like the gold. Watching him on your show was the gold standard of, and he was one of those guys. I didn't know Norm at all. I wish I'd never met him. But I would hear all these great stories. I remember watching him on your show once years ago. It was the dumbest bit, where he was doing something and he made some terrible joke and you went, what? And Andy went, what? And he goes, oh, listen to this guy. He's been downloading male porn all day. and then, like, apropos of nothing, and Andy's like, what?
Mr. Roper. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. But anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn. Seriously. That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
You cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. Now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good,
It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good. All right.
See, I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show, last week he went to the Hairy Guy's Ass Mansion.
Great. Why didn't you... Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
This is one I heard recently, because since when he passed away, I heard all these stories from all these people, but Norm liked to bet. Norm liked to gamble, and he liked to bet, and he borrowed $200 from someone. And I said, oh. And then the person kept coming up to him and saying, hey, can I get that $200? And he's like, I don't know. And in that Norm way, kind of getting out of the room and shambling away in all angles and elbows. And the guy kept asking for it, and the guy went, hey, come on, man, that means a lot to me. I had $200. I want my $200. Hey, you lost $200. I lost $5,000. Leave me alone. He just got yelled at the guy. You think you got problems? I got bigger problems.
What was the most you ever bet on an event?
$400,000.
Who was it on?
Atlanta Falcons against the Denver Broncos, 1990.
What's amazing is people don't realize is that Norm at the time in the 90s when the O.J. trial was going on.
Well, let's be clear, we're not cheering the O.J. murder.
Yeah.
Let's just be we're cheering Norm's heroic comedic response to that terrible event.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're on record having said that.
Yeah.
And so he's on the show, and at the time the guy who was running NBC really evidently was friends with OJ and wanted Norm to stop. So I think maybe a bunch of people here might be too young to appreciate how much Norm's boss was telling him to stop making jokes about OJ, and he was told, you gotta stop. And that weekend, Norm comes out and goes, he's on Weekend Update. He says, it turns out the Los Angeles Police Department admitted today that they had planned to frame O.J. Simpson for those murders until they got to the crime scene, and it turned out he did it.
That was the O.J. Simpson case. A shocking new development in the O.J. Simpson case. Late this afternoon, a high-ranking official in the Los Angeles Police Department admitted to Geraldo Rivera that the police did conspire to frame O.J. Simpson for the murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. However, they called the conspiracy off when they got to the murder scene and found that O.J. really did do it. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University,
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Just keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You going come now.
Double down. Yeah, and then he would stare at the camera.
Yeah.
He would stare at the camera and hold, which is this incredible middle finger in comedy.
Incredible.
Turns out he did it. And he would stare at the camera, and even if the crowd wasn't laughing, he would stare at them like, you heard what I said.
Yeah. And his job was on the line.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Well, that's a point that I try to make again and again and again, is that there are a lot of people who talk about being brave in comedy and bravery, and
Thank you.
I think, no. The risks of falling off a Segway. But no, it's rare. It doesn't happen that often, but Norm is one of those people, and it doesn't happen that often. People that their careers are hurt by the chances they're taking. Their careers he would do things that would get in the way of him advancing in show business. Whether it was his stint on the ESPYs or what he did at SNL, he would do things that would impede him from moving up the ladder. And there are a lot of people that don't take any risks and then get credit for being brave. And that's where you lose me, Will. You know?
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, you're talking about me?
No, the different Will.
You're talking about Ferrell.
I'm talking about Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Ferrell.
He's the worst.
He's the worst
He's
guy
such a
you'll ever.
monster.
What I've been doing very recently is every day I find a new word.
A new word every day.
A new word every day, and I incorporate it into my everyday vocabulary.
So if I asked you today what your new word is, you would be able to tell me.
Absolutely. Today's word for me was erudite.
Erudite.
And it's learned in arcane subjects and widely read. Erudite.
Yes, I'm familiar with that word. Do you know sesquipedality? Sesquipedality, the use of long words, sometimes applied as a derogative to connote pretentious and overbearing posturing. Sesquipedality.
That's a good one. How about this one? Repercusative. And it's basically, well, let me tell you what it is. It's a bitter, ignorant person who, entirely unaware, sees his own faults projected onto the behavior of others. Repercusative.
Hazardling, a lowly sniveler who risks his position by making clumsy innuendos about a great and virtuous person who's clearly his or her better. Hazardling.
Bumquacious. Adjective. In the manner of a desperate coward whose last resort is to make veiled threats to someone he envies and probably fears because they're younger and way more sexually potent. Bumquacious.
Dimitoid. A feeble-minded asshole who is a failure at everything, but he deludes himself into thinking he has one small talent, which he doesn't even have. Dimitoid.
Canuckadile.
Canuckadile.
Yeah, it's a migratory Canadian rodent.
Canadian?
Yeah, often found rummaging in the dumpsters around Hollywood for toxic scraps to stuff in his leering, hideous face. Canuckadile. That's you.
Coprogustiac. A noun. Vulgar, a half-recovered drunk comedy club manager who subsists entirely on the foul-smelling sweepings from the fetid floor of animal cages. And who is a hair's breadth away from a brutal beating with a Louisville slugger. Coprogustiac.
No, Norm. I haven't heard that one. It's a good word. It's a great word. It's a great word.
And the Shawshank Redemption picked up the New York Film Festival's coveted award for the stupidest movie title. In a related story, 3 of Hollywood's most powerful men, David Geffen, Steven Spielberg, and Jeffrey Katzenberg, joined forces last week to form their own movie studio. When asked what sort of films we could expect from them, the trio replied, mostly pornos. That's good news. Well, Tom Cruise got ready for the premiere of his new movie, Interview with the Vampire, by sucking all the blood out of wife Nicole's... And now it's time for Weekend Update's movie reviews. This week I saw Interview with the Vampire. And here's my review. Not gay enough. Well, this coming Monday is Oscar night, and 3 films, The English Patient, Secrets and Lies, and Shine, are locked in a tight race in the category Best Picture There's Not a Chance in Hell I Will Ever See. No interest at all in seeing them. And finally, the Oscar nominations were announced this week, and Tom Hanks and Jodie Foster are in a heated competition in the Academy's controversial new category, Best Retard. 20th Century Fox has announced that Macaulay Culkin will not be hired to star in Home Alone 3. Studio spokesman said that it was nothing personal, but with Culkin now 16 years of age, the only way to keep him in the film would be to make the character retarded. A deadly outbreak of the Ebola virus is said to be responsible for more than 100 deaths in Africa and a couple of really bad movies here in the United States. Well, the much talked about film Showgirls opened this week, and here's my review. Basically a high-budget porno film, Showgirls is a thinly veiled excuse to show lots of naked buttocks, legs, and breasts. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. Remember 12 Angry Men, the classic courtroom drama? Well, the first film about the O.J. Simpson case is in the works. It's entitled 9 Angry Black People, 2 Scared Asians, and a White Guy Who Hasn't Spoken Since Rosa Lopez. Well, the long-running TV series The Love Boat is being made into a big-screen feature by New Line Cinema. The producers have announced that the entire original cast of Gavin MacLeod, Bernie Capel, Fred Grandy, Ted Lange, Lauren Tweez, and Jill Whalen will have to pay $7.50 to see the movie just like everybody else. Asked recently what will set his new Batman film apart from its predecessors, Batman and Robin director Joel Schumacher said, quote, "In this one, all the costumes will have nipples." Note to self, do not watch the next Batman and Robin. HBO has finished casting its new movie about the talk show wars entitled The Late Shift. Tapped to play Jay Leno is Daniel Roebuck. The part of David Letterman will be played by Michael Higgins. And the part of Arsenio Hall will be played by Arsenio Hall. Woody Allen is to be the subject of a documentary film which will follow his jazz band on its 1996 tour. According to its producers, the documentary will focus strictly on the parts of Allen's life that no one could give a rat's ass about. Well, filming has finally begun on the long-awaited life story of Evita Peron, starring pop singer Madonna. According to its producers, the film is 100% historically accurate, except for the part where Mrs. Peron has group sex with the Houston Rockets. In the new movie, Mrs. Winterbourne, talk show host Ricky Lake plays the part of a young mother-to-be. According to film's producers, Miss Lake was so serious about achieving a realistic pregnant look, she forced herself to lose 30 pounds. Well, for the second week in a row, Richard Gere's new film, Primal Fear, was #1 at the box office, leading many Hollywood insiders to wonder, hey, you think that gerbil story is true? Last night, the epic disaster film Twister opened to big box office and some controversy. The Reverend Jesse Jackson has called for a boycott of the movie, claiming that not enough black people in the film are killed by tornadoes. At the box office last week's #1 movie, The First Wives Club, was knocked out of the top spot by a new film, The Hotter, Younger Second Wives Club. She was telling me, this is interesting, she was telling me that, you know that movie, The Elephant Man?
Yeah?
We were just talking about it backstage, and I always thought it was a stupid movie, and she said it's a really good movie, and I said the stupidest thing in it is because, you know that part where the guy says, I am a human, I am not an elephant, I am a human being. The guy doesn't even hardly look like an elephant. So why would
You would be the worst movie critic in the world.
So, but one big news story, Twister is the big, what do you call it? Movie, yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now, they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did.
Hey, man, I met the guy from... I met the guy from Lost, played John Locke. You ever hear that fella?
Of course. Yeah, Terry O'Quinn.
Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah.
I love Lost. You ever watch Lost?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still watching it.
I watch it. I watch it on the
Link?
No, yeah.
You got that working?
On the computer, where you can watch you can watch them right after each other. So you don't have, there's no cliffhanger, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause you
I know
don't have to,
about that.
You probably watch it 6.
Do you think I'm 80?
No, you probably watched the show, though.
I did. I watched it during
So that must have been incredibly frustrating.
No, it wasn't. Why would you say that?
Well, because I couldn't wait 30 seconds to get into it on my DVD.
Sometimes it's better to space things out, though, and discuss it with your friends, have a little talk about what happened, and then you have to wait a week, and it's delayed gratification.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. That's what's fun about a book club. But here's the thing.
Where are you in the run of Lost?
I'm finished. I'm finished. But I realized something around season 3 that these guys that wrote the Lost, they didn't know they were going for 6 seasons. So they did not have this planned out.
You don't think they did?
No, they did not write a 400-hour TV show that then cut it up. They didn't know when they were going to get canceled. So then they're just making up stuff and everything, and then crazy things happen.
They didn't get canceled though. They planned to end they ended the show early.
That was their ending?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's even worse. If that was their ending.
That was their ending.
I do not like, I don't like ambiguous endings. I want to know. I don't want to try to figure it out.
What about the Sopranos ending? Did you like that? You didn't care for that?
I want to know. I don't want to be left. Like, I remember this movie, Lost in Translation. Bill Murray couldn't love the guy more. But you ever remember that movie?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, you see it, it's all good and everything. He runs through the crowd, whispers into Scarlett Johansson's ears, They don't have them mic'd.
That's
like,
unforgivable.
You're like, what? And then they're like, yeah, you figure it out. I'm like, me? I'm supposed to figure it out? I'm watching. This is what I like to do. I like figuring out movies in the same way. That would be like me going, hey, man, I'm going to buy a car. I think I'll go down to Detroit, see if they need any help welding. Right?
I can't believe you're not American. It makes no sense.
There's something about Norm MacDonald that every time he opens his mouth, I laugh. I don't know. It's just the style. It's the type of thing you can ask him anything. I mean, you remember from Saturday Night Live, and he anchored Weekend Update, and then did some OJ thing and got taken off by, what's the guy's name who took you off? I don't know. You don't remember either, yeah. Anyway, aside from having the same birthday as me, you got problems. You're wearing eyeglasses, and the reason
wearing
is
eyeglasses
why?
because I swam for 2 days and got chlorine in my eye, and then I don't know, man. I thought I had allergies at first, but now I go, no, this feels like chlorine, like it burned my eye or something. I don't know if that can actually happen.
Yeah,
I'll have to check the computer. I Google, computer MD, and then he tells me.
Is that the way it works?
That's what I do now, because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. So
that makes life easy.
I'll go, and I'm reaching the age where, when you're young, you go, hey, man, my left arm hurts. Let's go, I'll have some soup. But then when you're older, you go, oh, my left arm. So it's probably nothing, but I could be having a massive heart attack.
Well, if you did, that'd be great publicity for the show.
Oh, I don't have one now.
Oh, I mean, if you're going to do it here. Well, look, everybody'd be talking about you. I get the publicity. It would work.
Yeah, it would. In a cynical world, it would work.
If you had to do a show right this minute, can you just turn on a dime and do it?
A comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
On what?
Well, you're here at No, forget me. You're at Cobb's right now.
I can do it. Yeah, you
can do it. You just turn yourself on and off.
Yes, sir.
Can we turn up the volume a little?
Am I not talking loud enough?
There you go. No, there you go. So what happened to your sports gig? That wasn't a bad show. And
that's fun, man, because I knew about sports, and so it was fun to do something like, because when I did Weekend Update and we did politics, I don't know anything about politics.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Why, because you're Canadian?
Because it doesn't interest me. It's gossip. It's like reality show to me. Like if I watch, sometimes I'll turn it on, and I feel like a moron. Like a guy's going, like there's a politician that I'm supposed to back or something, and he's like, I'm like, I'm going to watch him. And then he goes, we got to get America working again. And I go, okay, I'm a moron. Okay.
So you don't vote?
This is my guy.
Well, you're an American citizen, right?
No.
No, you're still Canada? Who's the Prime Minister of Canada? I don't know. Don't look at me.
It's so inconsequential. Even when you're Canadian, you rarely remember. Because it doesn't really... it's much more, if you're a Canadian, it's much more important to know the President of the United States than the Prime Minister of Canada.
And to know everybody on a hockey team.
Yeah.
Stephen Harper. I just got
That's his name, Stephen Harper.
Stephen Harper.
Conservative from the West Coast.
The West Coast being what, Vancouver or something like that?
Maybe Alberta. I think it's Alberta.
Did you sleep last night?
I haven't slept like about 3 days. I've been very tired. Why, do I sound tired or something?
Yeah, it could have fooled me, yeah.
Well, I thought maybe I was getting a cold. I'm not sure. I had a sore throat.
That's that. Did I shake your hand?
I was warning everyone not to.
Yeah, I'm paranoid. I don't.
No, I am too. I'm like always that. So I thought it was just allergies with the chlorine. I don't know. I may be having like a cold or some gross thing.
You think?
I don't know. I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping, but
it's a shame we don't have a sleep train to add this hour. I could have helped you with that.
Yeah, sleep what?
Yeah, Sleep Train. It's a sponsor of ours.
Oh, Sleep Train.
A Sleep Train. Yeah, and they have all these different mattresses.
Oh, mattresses. I got a mattress.
You got a mattress?
Yeah, I got the hardest mattress there was in the store.
What was that?
I don't know what it's called. It was a mattress store I went to, and the guy said, "What do you like? This." He goes, "Would you like try a harder one?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What about the hardest one of all?" I go, "Yeah." So that one was really cool. I go, "I'll get this."
And it's worked out?
Man.
Doesn't seem to have.
It's like sleeping on the floor.
Is it really? Why don't you just sleep on the floor? It's cheaper.
Well, I would, but people tell me, I don't know, people tell me I shouldn't, and I think if I roll around in a fetal position, it'd be a lot of pressure on my skeleton
You
against
think?
the hard floor. It
You-
might
you
be
really-
too hard.
Well, you could get a pillow for that. That's a lot cheaper. Go back to the sports show. Why'd they cancel it?
I don't know. I think
They said low numbers, but I read that you were getting like a million a night. That wasn't bad.
it was good. Yeah, we had good numbers. I don't know why they didn't. I think that they thought, well, I mean, there is a right thinking to when something has sports in its title, no woman will watch. Therefore, you cut the audience in half instantly, which is a bad
But
mistake.
that's not really true. A lot of women who love sports.
But no, there's not.
No,
Not that'll watch it.
Oh yeah.
No, well, that's not what the numbers showed.
Really?
No, the vast majority of women didn't. You know, even when, like in testing, they'd show the show, and then women and men would like it equally. You know what I mean? But they were forced in testing to watch it. But in the thing, when it says sports on it, that's the lady wants to turn it to a different channel. We're much more old-fashioned than you think.
Be honest with me on something.
Hmm?
Would you be honest with me on something?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't care. It's California. I'm not judgmental. You ripped it all?
Ripped?
Mm-hmm.
You mean steroids?
No.
Oh, no. Drip? No. God, no.
Then you're just tired. Then you're just tired. I mean, you just come off
Why
like
do
you're
I
just
come
enjoying life too much. Just kind of.
Oh, no.
Kind of rolling with
God.
it.
I'm not enjoying life. I'm
No.
like, I'm either sick, I'm taking NyQuil. I haven't
Oh,
slept.
NyQuil's like taking drugs.
Well, it is kind of.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
got alcohol in there.
Yeah, I know, and I don't handle alcohol at all. But, yeah, it makes you sort of like, it takes away your stuffed up nose.
You know what helps
At
it,
the
though?
expense of being like sort of lightheaded.
Ice Cold Studio helps.
It is ice cold in the
See?
studio.
Trying to help.
I said I should have because I just came from L.A. where it was deadly
It's
hot.
like 100 degrees there.
Yeah, it was insane. So,
Well, this is our heat wave. It's going to be like 86. Lloyd said 86 today in the
that's
city.
gonna be cold. That is going to be very cold.
That's cold.
Yeah.
No, 86 is.
I'm down by the water, so it
Oh.
should be cold there.
I can imagine doing this.
Also, I think my voice is real low, like because I'm so nasal for my thing. That's what I think. That's why you think I'm ripped because I realize I'm so nasal. I'm kind of slurring, and I gotta get more energy. But the energy will be very false because I'm so breathless.
Would you rather be doing the show or would you rather be me having to do the interview? 808-0810 if you want to have fun
That's
with
the
Norm.
eternal question.
Ain't it ever? 808-0810, Ron Owens, KGO.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
I remember as a little kid, I was like 8 years old, and I was behind my garage. I was sneaking a cigarette back there, and my dad caught me. I'll never forget it. And he grabbed me, and he hauled me in, and I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, you know? What he did is he pulled out this giant cigar. Must have been half the size of my arm, this big cigar. Stuck it in my mouth, lit it up, made me smoke it all the way through, right to the end. That's when I started smoking cigars real heavy.
That, of course, is Norm MacDonald. Now, how would you did you hear yourself just now?
Yeah.
You think you sound the same?
No, I don't sound anything like that. That was when I was like young, and I was like when I did my act, I was like in dead fear. So like my voice would like go octaves up. You know what I mean?
In fear of what? People not liking it?
I don't know. No, I didn't really care if people liked it. I think when I have this thing where if I'm afraid if I go on stage, I'll have a big heart attack and croak, and then I always think that.
You do?
Yeah.
Again, it'd be good publicity for the club. I mean, you're going to be where? You're going to be over at Cobb's this week.
Cobb's, yeah.
Yeah, we good. Help them out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I have nothing against being a martyr.
All right.
For comedy, for free speech.
I'm gonna need help on this. 808-0810, folks. You help interview him. Okay, let's have fun. Rachel, San Jose, start it off. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ron. I just wanted to tell you, Norm, that I've loved you for so long, and I really love the roast you did for Bob Saget. That was just some of the funniest comedy I think I've ever seen.
Oh, you're sweet.
Saget's a friend. I like him.
Saget's a good guy.
Where was the roast on, Rachel? I never saw it.
I think it was Comedy Central, and
Really?
it was so great. If you could play a clip of it, I don't know if you can, but
I can't, but Chris Hernandez can.
he was roasting the roast. It was just so funny.
All right. Do you remember any of it, Norm?
Yeah.
Yep. What do you remember?
I did a roast of Bob Saget, and why? Do you have a clip of it?
No, we will get one.
Oh, he said there was a clip.
I think we're gonna go. Where are you going with this?
No, I was just wondering if there's a clip.
All right, no.
No, I instead of just me just explaining it, but it was supposed to be, these roasts. You're supposed to like insult people and be real dirty and stuff
Right.
like that. So instead of doing that, I got a book that my dad gave me when I was a little boy. It was called like 101 Insults to Tell People at a Retirement Party. So I got all my jokes out of that book.
You did, huh?
Yeah, and then and none of them were dirty at all. They were like.
I'm going to give it one more shot. How'd you get the Saturday Night Live gig? If you were you were the guy that was afraid and your voice would rise, how'd you get the gig?
I don't know. I just went to Lauren. They like my stand-up, and then they said, come in and do 2 characters and 2 impressions. And I said, I don't got nothing.
And that was it?
Yeah, that was it. I said, I'll go on as a writer, because I said, I'm not going to the audition because I don't know how to do characters or impressions.
Here's what we're going to do. You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it to your face, I love you. You make me laugh like crazy. I will plug where you're going. You're going to be at Cobb's tonight, 8 and 10:15, Saturday, 8 and 10:15, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Don't be upset with me. We're done, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks,
yeah,
Noah. I love you. Cool. I like. Next time. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, baby. That was
500
fun.
new business cards. That's 500 first impressions.
At Staples, we know you're...
I listened to an interview you gave Larry King, and you said the ruin of Donald Trump will be his addiction to playing the halls, right? So he's a great performer. He just wanted to be you, like he wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and he just accidentally became a president?
My guess would be that his plan was to make a big splash, lose... Oh. That's not good. What should we do now, Joyce?
Just don't answer, okay? If it's possible.
No, I won't answer.
Yeah.
So should I start answering that question again?
Sure.
Yeah, I think him becoming president surprised him. I think, it's funny that people don't remember, but back in the debates, there was a big issue with Donald Trump saying if he lost, it meant the election. God damn. Are you kidding me? I know, I did. Oh, 1 second. Hello? Yes. Oh, I gotta call you back. I'm on the TV, man. Yeah, I'm on the TV right now. Oh my God. Oh, but I'll call you right back. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you the question again.
Norm, did you ever hear the word?
The phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that's somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Dude, you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The thing is this. Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer, he told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it.
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing, pretend
You know what, Norm? You're a dead man.
Here, you talk to him now.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage at work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
all right then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen.
So I said, I can think of something. I can handle it, Because for like Letterman or something like that, it's real hard. You have to be really on the top of your game, as you know.
Right, yeah.
Because he's real funny. But The View, it's not that tough, to keep up with.
Right, sure.
Star Jones or whatever, whoever they are. So
Barbara Walters there, though.
Yeah,
she's tough to keep up with, right? I don't know what that means.
So I'm like, I'll be fine. That's what I kept telling the guy. So the guy's like, but that's their job, So this guy would always have ideas. He would phone me with ideas. He'd go,
This goes on for weeks before the appearance, right?
Weeks.
It's almost like it becomes like work.
It is. Talking to that guy is harder than talking to the host,
Yeah.
And he's excited, and it's his job, so I don't want to. So he'd be like, what if he came out in a red wig? I like, what the fuck? Why would I do that, right? He's like, the gals have been teasing Barbara about, tinging her hair. I'm like, no, but then it'll look like my idea, and then I got a red wig on, and
Right,
I have
yeah.
to take
You
it
don't
off.
want to take part in their
So,
silliness.
Just over and over, every time. And he goes, well, do you have anything? I go, no, I can't think, but I'll think of something, So he says, anyways, one of the ones he finds me, he goes, I'll tell you what you do, man. He goes, you come out. He goes, you're talking to the gals, and all of a sudden, your cell phone rings, right? He goes, it's in the middle of the show. Like, he's really excited, right? He goes, you answer the cell phone. You go, excuse me, ladies. He goes, we're not going to tell them about it. And the cell phone rings. He goes, excuse me, ladies. It's your agent, Morty. He had this name.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, so you're like, Morty, you can't call me here. I'm on The View. I'm on TV.
Right.
What do you mean you have an offer for me? And I had this crazy Jewish accent in the story. What do you mean? I can't do it. I'm on The View. So I'm like, yeah. I didn't want to, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, So I'm like, no, that one's, yeah, it sounds pretty good, but maybe I'll think of something else,
Right.
He was so excited.
Yeah.
So anyways. This is getting to be a long story.
No, it's fine. We can actually stay on the air as long as we want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I get that. So anyways, I'm really late, right? Because I had a big hand at this poker game.
Right.
So
you show up right before you got to go on the air.
Show up. So I'm going. I go. I got the story about Bill Cosby. I'll do that. I know how to do that story. I did it before on Letterman, and it'll be fine. So I go in. And I tell the guy, listen, man, I do this story about Letterman. So I walk out, Now, unbeknownst to me, as I was walking out, this guy had muttered something. I hadn't slept for like 3 days. And it's just the phone call, So I go, oh, yeah. I didn't know what he was talking about, but he had slipped like a cell phone. He put a cell phone in my pocket.
Oh.
So anyways, I got out there. And then...
He'd slipped a cell phone in your pocket.
Yeah, thinking I was in for this gag, right?
And it's all set to
but
ring.
I forgot.
You forgot about it.
I forgot about
it.
Okay. So,
and all hell breaks loose, obviously.
So I go out to the, so I go to the View, and those 4 bags are sitting there.
Oh, come on.
So, no, ladies,
yeah.
women,
Yeah.
It's not politically correct to say bags.
No.
But
was
you got
Rosie
Michael Richards is saying the N-word. I can't say the B word.
No, you can say that, absolutely.
I want to talk later about now they have the F word for fag, which is really strange.
Yeah.
But
the guy from Grey's Anatomy got in trouble for saying.
Yeah, the N guy, the N-word guy.
The F word.
No, but he was an N-word guy, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
That was the irony.
Everybody's
no, he was African American.
Everybody's going nuts out there.
He was African American.
Yeah. Said the F word. He said the F word.
It'd be funny if you were an African American, if you were a racist, you would not say African American, maybe you'd say the A word.
What's the A word?
The African American.
Oh, yeah.
But so I go on the View.
Yeah.
So this is what had happened to me a month previously. This was whenever the first election was, the Bush.
Right.
Bush against
Gore.
Al Gore.
Yeah.
The first time, right? I know nothing about politics, And so. But
this is right after the election?
This is before the election.
Okay.
Before the first election. So what happened was I got a call from this guy, Ben Stein. You know that guy?
Sure, yeah.
So he said, how'd you like to meet George Bush? He's running for president, So I go, holy fuck, that would be cool, meet a guy running for president. Maybe later he'll become president, and I'll be his buddy, because this is how naive I was, because I knew him like 2 months before he became president.
Right.
So in Hollywood, obviously very liberal, right? So so Gore showed up, and it was like Barbara Streisand and every giant star in Hollywood, right? So when Bush plane came down, literally it was me and Ben Stein. We were the celebrities.
Right.
So it was really lame. And then when George Bush came out with his wife, he said to her, "See, I told you he'd come," about me.
Right.
They were expecting maybe it would just be Ben Stein. They were really happy that 2 celebrities.
Right, sure.
And real peripheral celebrities. So, but it was cool because everyone hates George Bush and stuff. So I got to go on his airplane and talk to him. I talked to the guy for an hour.
Got to hang out with him.
Yeah. So it was really cool. I don't know anything about politics, but it's cool to meet the guy that's might be the president.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
what did you talk to Bush about on his plane?
I talked to him about I don't know shit about politics, but he didn't know much either.
He hadn't really been elected yet.
No, he hadn't been elected and everything. And I told him some jokes. And he sometimes he'd go like, "There's mics or something like that."
Yeah.
It's not a very interesting story.
Right. That's cool.
But see, it's a mini.
This guy's been just sitting here listening to the whole story.
That's why
we haven't even introduced ourselves to him yet. What's your name?
My name is David.
Where are you?
I'm just outside Montreal.
Montreal. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so you're about to walk out.
Yeah, so I go on The View, right?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to I said, I'll talk about the Bill Cosby story, So anyways, the lady from The View goes, take a look at this picture. And show a picture of me standing beside presidential nominee George Bush. And then they're like,
you're on The
what?
View now.
Yeah, I'm on The View. And they're like, what's going on here? That's what the lady says to me, one of the ladies, right? Like it was a fucking
Which
picture
was it? Star
of,
Jones, Meredith Vieira?
Who's the fat black one?
Well, Star Jones left the show, though. She's not on there.
There was a fat African-American.
Star
lady.
Jones, I think, yeah.
That was the
she
lady.
lost a lot of weight later, too.
Yeah,
apparently. There was a big brouhaha over there.
Was there?
Yeah, but so she asked you that.
So she's like, what's going on here? Right? And it's just a picture of me with a guy running for the president. But the way they said it, it was like that picture of Kurt Waldheim with Hitler in the fucking woods, right? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what's wrong with this, right? So just to be crazy, kind of like, and just because they got under my skin, I don't know nothing about politics or nothing. I said, well, it's better than that guy that's in there now. That guy murdered a guy, Bill Clinton, right?
Right.
And then they're like, what? And I go, they go, what? So I go, he murdered a guy, remember? Some guy killed him because I remember somebody died.
Right, sure, yeah. Someone who had committed suicide. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I heard a crazy conspiracy thing that they killed him.
So you just start,
I'm like, he killed, don't you remember that? But I'm acting like everybody knows it. I'm just acting like a retard. And then Barbara Walter goes, you're walking a pretty thin line, mister. And I'm like, I thought it was a matter of public record. Barbara, you're a newswoman, back me up, It kept going on, and it was like, fucking, and I remember she kept going like, you're one piece of work, mister, like getting really
taking you seriously,
yeah.
Not remembering
that I'm a comedian
the
that
jokes
doesn't know
on
shit,
Weekend Update were...
So I just did it to be like stupid, and then, so there's just like, the audience like confused, and the ladies are all angry. All of a sudden, I hear like coming out of the thing like cling, ding, like it's a fucking fire alarm. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I remember it's my phone, my cell phone, this joke.
Oh, yeah.
The producer backstage saw that everything was going to hell and decided to fix it, So like, I go, I go, Marty, man, this is a bad time to call because all the ladies hate me now and stuff like that, And Barbara Walters goes, what the hell are you doing? Like, she's just...
Right.
I go, I know, I'm a little scared. I go, I don't know. The guy backstage, he told me that it would be funny if I pretended my agent Morty called. And then there was like about 5 seconds of silence. And Barbara Walters said, we'll be right back. And then they gave me the boot.
That is on YouTube right now? That's on YouTube right now, apparently, Bill. Yeah. Have you queued it up?
No, I don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't have it? We should try to find that. Oh, my, that's uncomfortable, huh? Have you been asked back?
No.
No?
I thought it was fun.
Oh, yeah, no, that's awesome. You love those uncomfortable moments, though, right?
I like it, yeah. Like with stand-up, if I bomb, I really, really like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you ever get like that?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Every night here.
We go from there, look, all the way round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 minutes of
Okay.
audio will play for this whole hour.
All the way there. Once you've gone all the way
two
round.
guys. All right, here we go. Yeah.
Conan, pay attention, please.
Yeah,
Watch.
all right, I'm over here. I got
Okay.
my own orange going.
Okay,
All right.
watch. All the way round, so take off the skin.
You're not teaching me, you're just showing off.
Nothing but making out.
All right.
It's like 9.5 weeks, but Carrot Top. we were doing.
Wow! I gotta check out that movie.
Is it called 9.5 Seconds? It's like he's premature ejaculator. This is an exciting day here at 30 Rock. You know, the Rosie O'Donnell show premiered today. And I was in its tapes at the same floor as Saturday Night Live on 8H. All flowers. They're sent by, like, there's one from Madonna, one from Elizabeth Taylor, Regis and Kathy Lee. I've never seen so many flowers. I didn't even realize you could eat flowers. I didn't even know that. Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
No, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What? Insane.
No.
What are you saying? What's the movie going to be called? Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne-Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for fun.
Now from there, take your bag.
All right.
Okay, now we'll do one each, okay?
Why would you become a cook?
Come on, Norm, keep it together. Okay. It's not that bad. Big boy.
Okay, all right.
The word chef.
Chef,
All right.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
chef, you're right.
Ladies cook.
I know.
All right. Whoa.
Right. That's a joke.
I dated a guy once. Well, we dated and we broke up. And to get back together, he gave me like this little G-string outfit. You know, like this little, and I was like, wait a minute. That's for you. That's not for me. So stuff like that is not good. Another guy gave me a keychain. I was going to bring it out, but I couldn't get it off of my keys, so I left it backstage. But he gave me a keychain.
Why didn't you bring out the G-string? Let me tell you, gay porn all the time?
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Aglio de olio.
Now from there, now watch carefully. A bit of seasoning, okay?
Whoa, okay.
Norm, you're making me feel dizzy standing there looking busy. Right, here we go. Okay, come on,
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm not eating this.
Why are we even having a cooking segment at this point? Why would there even be a cooking segment?
Ruined my reputation, you know. I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are. You are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
You're writing a book,
Yes.
How to Be a Model.
Yes. the complete idiot's guide to getting into modeling.
So, like, rule number 1, be incredibly beautiful. I mean, what are the things that you can do?
Rule number 2.
Yeah.
Don't be a midget.
No. Stop it. Okay.
A very bad fall at the X Games in January. It frightened a lot of people, and let's take a look at that clip right now.
But let's watch her open this run up right here. It'll be another big 900. Oh, God. Wowzers.
Wow,
that's what you...
that is tough to watch.
You don't want to do that.
No, don't do that.
It actually looks easy. Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off, which just goes to show you Madonna's a whore. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th and is going to be named Michael Jackson Jr. Michael plans to be with the mother during the delivery, in his words, to make up for not being there for the Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th. It's conception. The last word was conception, so. Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
I came in and he was supposed to be the my guide through SNL, and it turned out that he is a shit stirrer.
I'm not going to guide any lady through comedy. That would take me, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy. You know? And then I'd have to... Wow. Last week at a dramatic press conference about the crash of TWA Flight 800, ABC News correspondent Pierre Salinger displayed a document which he believes is proof that the jet was shot down by a U.S. Navy missile. Later, he proudly showed reporters his solid gold Rolex that he bought on the street for just $15. That's one ugly bastard, isn't it? Here we see the president and the first bitch. Gosh, Hillary looks pretty in this photo here, doesn't she? Never realized she was such a looker till I see her here in this picture. In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. You know, of course, they say the White House is haunted. Did you know that? And I thought this was kind of sad. I heard last night that President Clinton charged Abraham Lincoln's ghost $10,000 to sleep in his own bed. So that doesn't seem right to me, you know? I mean, no. But look, the president, you know, has come under a lot of fire for raising money, but you know, he's good at raising money. That's not a bad thing. Every president's done it. It's just that President Clinton is very, very, very good at it. Do you know he has organized in the past year over 100 fundraising dinners and over 200 fundraising midnight snacks? Did you know that? Is he laughing? Is he?
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
Super Dave, why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
In just 2 weeks, Mike Tyson's main event app has become a top seller on iPhones and iPads everywhere. There are already plans, as a matter of fact, to... Hold on, folks. We have some breaking news to report here. This, just off the wire. Reuters News is reporting now that the Mike Tyson app has just raped another app. Once again, and we cannot confirm this, but reports are flooding out of Arizona this evening that the Mike Tyson app has, quote, viciously raped another app. More on this as it develops.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are you serious?
Well, this was written...
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it.